Hey y'all, happy Jason's birthday, and also happy 45th anniversary to the Friday the 13th franchise. I got something special planned for us today. Welcome to The Real Value, where we recap, review, rate, and evaluate all things real, all things watched. I'm Cal, your horror pal, and today we're going over the top 13 death scenes in the Friday the 13th franchise. That's right, the 13 top ones according to yours truly. Now, first things first, originally this special was going to be every single death scene. If you don't know, there are over 200 deaths in the Friday the 13th franchise. That's right, 200 deaths. I put together this giant video. It had them all. I had commentary on there. Unfortunately, I received my first copyright strike because of it. Yeah, apparently I didn't change enough of the original footage, I guess, to give me a pass on that. So I put together this one. It's taken me a long time. I've spent so many hours on this, so thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for watching. I got the top 13 according to me. The first 10 are in no particular order, with the top 3 at the end of the video, along with some honorable mentions. Without further ado, let's get killing. So the first one is the first kill scene in the entire franchise, committed by Mrs. Voorhees, of course. If you didn't know that, sorry for the spoiler on this 45-year-old movie, but Mrs. Voorhees was the original killer in the franchise. And this first death scene sets us up for what's to come, and it's a classic. I love it. Second one, Kevin Bacon. Oh, Kevin Bacon and You're Perfect, Kevin Bacon knows. Always reminds me of Roger from American Dad. But this scene, again, such a cool kill. You can kind of tell, I mean, you can really tell the discoloration there, but still a classic. This one, I like the Hitchcockian nature of it with the axe in the shadow. And then, of course, that's just an awesome special effect. Can't beat it. And then, yeah, you gotta have the kill that laid the foundation for the rest of the franchise in the top 13th, right? The death of Mrs. Voorhees, somewhere back there. Jason's watching, apparently, according to the lore. This poor guy in his wheelchair just can't catch a break. Machete to the face, and leads us to one of the most iconic shots in the franchise. So cool how his wheelchair goes down those stairs. I like this one because it shows that Jason's got jokes. Jason's got some trickery. And he's just hiding, he's just chilling, and then peekaboo, what's up? So it's cool because we see Jason for the first time, like fully in his bag over his head, but it's also just got that awesome psycho kind of nature to it. And again, he just like playing some peekaboo there. Who doesn't like a good eye-popping scene, you know? And this one was filmed in 3D, so that eyeball came at you if you were watching it in the theater with your 3D glasses. This one always reminds me of Nightmare on Elm Street. A Nightmare on Elm Street, when Freddy goes through the wall, simply because Jason's taking her and her face and about to put it through, well, the wall. And that, it just looks cool. And then I like the rest of the death scene because he crashes the RV, pops open the door, and then basically declares himself king of the mountain. This is my territory. I am Jason Voorhees. You gotta have the classic sleeping bag kill here. Dragging her out in her sleeping bag. This has led me to not want to go camping, and then just thwap up against the tree. Ugh. This scene goes on for like a minute and a half. So of course I've sped it up here. And while they filmed this, they did so many takes, it just exhausted the guys. Kane Hodder got bruised up even though he was wearing a vest. But at the end, he's like, all right, fine, take your best shot. And Jason literally knocks his head clean off. But that's not it. Then he goes down to the dumpster, retrieves the head. Like I said, Jason got jokes. Just to put it there to scare the rest of the people in the cop car. All right, we're on to honorable mentions. So, of course, you got to have Jason's first kill in the franchise, which was Alice, the person that killed his mother in the first one. I always liked that he took the tea kettle off for her. This one's so brutal. Oh, good way to start part 4. I love this one just because of her face. Look at her face as she's dying. It's just hilarious to me, but it's also a good kill. Crispin Glover. Where's the corkscrew? This means that Jason was just hiding in the corner with the corkscrew in his hand. Just a chillin'. Let me cleave it to the face. If you listen carefully, you can hear the horn as it goes into her eye. I just think it's hilarious. Again, these are honorable mentions. Of course, Jason getting killed by the FBI and Jason Goes to Hell, I think is just a stellar scene. He getting shot up pretty good there. They waste no ammo. They are just going at it, making sure that Jason does indeed die, and finally blow him the fuck apart. And honestly, that's how you got to do it. Like, why did it take them this long? This is movie number 9. Got to blow the guy up. Of course, we know that wasn't the end of Jason. I love this one because, all right, so Jason just got done transferring his spirit from this body to another body, and so that leads this body to go into melting overdrive. So this guy's literally melting apart, and it just reminds me of Hellraiser, and it's just a cool freaking scene. I like this one because Jason literally screws the guy to death. Thanks for subscribing. Things go crazy at this rave. He kills like 10 people. I like it because it's like one of the first ones where he's amongst a group of people just slashing, dicing. And it's just a cool scene. Now I'm a Freddy guy. All right, so this one kind of hurts me, but I still say that it was a tie because, you know, they both end up killing each other. They both end up going to that hell-like scape. I guess it's like supposed to be Jason's specific hell. And then, of course, Freddy gives that wink at the end. But, you know, Jason kills Freddy with Freddy's own glove. So it's just cool. Can't deny it. Our reboot honorable mention, another sleeping bag murder. Just being burned to death in a sleeping bag. I can't imagine how painful, how crazy that, and then the smoke coming from her mouth. That's just a cool scene. Our final honorable mention before we get into the top 3. This guy is just getting ripped apart as Jason has the machete and he's just sawing it through him, man, before he sends him on his way. Says, "Get home safe, my bud." I don't think he's gonna make it. That's just my thought. All right, top 3 all time coming up. Number 3, in my view, it's gotta be Tommy's killing of Jason in the final chapter. Of course, we know it wasn't the final chapter, but you get the awesome reveal of Jason's face for the first time. And, you know, he's grotesque, he's decaying. Not the first time, he actually shows his face in part 3 as well, but that's just awesome. Look at the animatronics as his face moves. But Tommy knows you gotta double tap, triple tap, quadruple tap. He sees his fingers moving, so he's just gonna keep on hacking. And honestly, good for you, Tommy. Unfortunately, it did some damage, and then it leads to him growing up to be adult Corey Feldman. All right, number 2, awesome, most best kill of all time. Gotta be the freezer burn one. Gets a little frosty, takes this poor woman, freezes her face. If that wasn't enough, maybe that was. That's just so cool. Just so cool. But to me, the number 1 top death scene of all time is when Jason walks out with his now iconic look. This is how we see him with his hockey mask. And it's nuts that it took 3 movies before that really became his defining characteristic. But shoots that girl in the eye and then just casually walks off like a G. As such. Hey, y'all. That was the top 13 kills along with some honorable mention according to yours truly, Cal, your horror pal. Thanks for stopping by. I know it went by really quick. I had to do what I had to do to let YouTube allow me to post this on the site. So I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me, do you agree with my top 13? Do you agree with my top 3? What are your top 3 or top 5 or top 13? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks, y'all. Stay safe. See me next time, because I can't see you. Peace. Yeah. Okay. Act like you're typing during the outro. All right. Waiting for the title cards. And do you want to know more about Jason? How about the 3 funniest things he ever did? Well, check out this video right here. Or you want to know some stuff about Freddy? How about his top 10 kills of all time? Right here. Thanks, y'all.